Peace and blessings, everyone. So I just watched the movie this evening, the movie Blindness, which came out in 2008, that starred, who was in it? Danny Glover, Julianne Moore, Mark Ruffalo, and I guess the easy way to quickly describe it is to read through the synopsis real quick. So it's about a city is ravaged by an epidemic of instant white blindness. Those first afflicted are quarantined by the authorities in an abandoned mental hospital, where the newly created Society of the Blind, in quotes, quickly breaks down. Criminals and the physically powerful prey upon the weak, hoarding the meager food rations and committing horrific acts. There is, however, one eyewitness to the nightmare. A woman whose sight is unaffected by the plague follows her afflicted husband to quarantine. There, keeping her sight a secret, she guides 7 strangers who have become, in essence, a family. She leads them out of the quarantine and onto the ravaged streets of the city, which has seen all vestiges of civilization crumble. So, So before they escape this hospital, there's this one part where this one group of people decided they're going to try to be in charge. One guy specifically, says it's a monarch in their ward, and they're going to take control of everything. So it turns out he has a pistol, so it gives him, pretty much power over everybody else because he has a gun. Even though he can't see where he's shooting, nobody really wants to take the chance of getting shot. He says he'll just shoot until he hits somebody. So they start hoarding the food, like the synopsis says, and at first, they want to be paid to get the food. A lot of people don't have money, so they start taking jewelry and whatnot, things of that nature, personal items, which they quickly run out of that. So next, what they want is for everyone to start sending the women, the females, to give sexual favors in exchange for the food. Now, it is during this part which something occurred that led me to make this video. So they want the women. So Julianne Moore, the one who can see, she volunteers to go to the ward. Her and around 8 other women. Now, when the guy first came out and said he wanted to be in charge, I'm waiting for Julianne Moore to do something, to make a move, because the fact that she can see and no one else can, but she doesn't. So then it goes on a little bit and we get to this part, and I'm thinking, she's going to go down there and they're not going to go through with this. But they do. So these women go down there and the men start, of course, raping them. And one of them ends up getting actually beat to death. And at this point, the movie upset me. And it bordered on being ridiculous to me because the fact that, and I said to my daughter, it doesn't make any sense because of the fact that she can see, she has all the power. And I thought about that, seeing and power. And it's something that we can take from that. There's a saying that in the world of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Well, in this instance, this woman had both eyes. She had her full sight amongst the world of the blind who were being unjust and unrighteous. And so in this world, in our world, I say that those can see are those who see truth, those who know truth and understand truth. Those are the ones with sight. And in her case, she failed to recognize that she could see. She failed to recognize her power of sight. She, in essence, really refused her power. Because she just knows she had a power. She could have snuck in there any time, creeped in there, and found a leader, done something to him, took him out, or whatever it is. But she didn't. And because of her inactions, someone died. That's real life, right? Because of our inactions, because of our apathy, people die every day. And so we are thus held accountable and responsible for these deaths. If you can see truth, if you look to the truth of this world and you don't do anything about it, you don't grasp your power, and people die, you should be held accountable to yourself. And once again, if you don't seek to recognize the truth, then you are just purposely holding yourself blind to the situation. She was making herself blind to her powers and what she could have done to help those that were in her ward, her section, and to get control of things. She failed to recognize that until it was too late. Because after the woman was killed, that's when she decided, well, she had to do something. And she went and she ended up killing the guy who had a gun. And it's from that point on where things are at the point where they got out and escaped. You must recognize your power. Recognize that that power is truth. And you must embrace the truth. The truth. And then you must use that truth, that power, to better the world, to make everything better for everyone. Because if you don't, someone will die. God bless everyone. Peace and love.